Alright, let's see. Okay, so we should be live. Let me figure out how to get to this. Okay. Alright, cool. Looks like everything's working. Stream. Got it. Hey, Rise, what's up, buddy? Add a delay. Alright, cool. So it looks like this is working. Getting the hang of that thing. What's up, Rise? How you been, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. You liking Bedrock? Alright, let's see. Drop that. Drop this. Let's put that there. Drop this. Let's get a little box here. Hey, Garamond. And let's get a little shulker so we could dump stuff in as we work here. How you guys doing? Okay, so we don't need that. Let's dump a couple items here. Dump all that stuff. There we go. Oh, emergency sneeze coming. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's great, but enjoying the new texture packs. Yeah, I haven't gotten in there and purchased anything yet. I've been kind of waiting for some of those bugs to clear up. But, yeah, some of them do look cool. Been enjoying getting on servers even though we ain't supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I know some people have been able to kind of get on servers as long as they're hosted by, you know, someone like on a PC or whatever. Who knows when realms are going to drop. It seems with Mojang, especially lately, and with Bedrock in particular, it seems they're more interested in getting, you know, the marketplace microtransaction shit out than getting our servers up and improving stability and all that. So we'll see. Hopefully we get servers here by Christmas, but I don't know. Oh man. I mean, I'm looking forward to it when it does show up. When we do get them. So how do I want this to go? But definitely they're, from everything I've heard, even from people who've been playing on Bedrock, I'm talking Realms in particular, people have been just having a tough time with them. Okay, so we are going to build a cool furnace array that I started back on the PS4. Just had to do a little bit of timing change on it for Bedrock since minecarts move slower. And then had some help from one of the guys, one of the subs, Dakota, yesterday, kind of getting the delivery system tweaked a little bit better so it's fast. This thing's going to be pretty cool. So what I want to do is, okay, so that, the furnaces, I need to find a bunch of furnaces. I hope I even got those ready. Should be around here somewhere. Oh, let's see. Furnaces? Now, where would they be? I know I've got some. A bunch of them. There's one. One of them back at the other base. I thought I was prepared. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at the other base, and we'll see. Cause I know I've got a whole bunch of furnaces, and I don't need to craft more. They're probably still over there, cause I haven't brought over everything yet. But I want to get this in because I want to do a lot of got a lot of planned smelting right now because I want to do a lot of brick construction, and I have to restock all of my smooth stone. All that stuff disappeared when I made the transition over from PS4. I don't know. I'm not even sure why. Like, the stuff wasn't in shulkers. Just deleted all the smooth stone. Maybe it has like a different memory tag or something on Bedrock. So I smelted up like 2 stacks, and that's what I got to build this thing with. All my stone slabs are still around. I got thousands of those. We there? I think we're there. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we did a little upgrade into that dual blades farm, and that's working better. It's not bad right now. I mean, it's as good as it can really get, I think. It's not terrible XP. I wouldn't say it's as good as it was. But we got a little trident killer killing them. And then I'm going to play around with, in the future, I would like to mess around with, instead of a trident killer, maybe using, throwing water at them. Man, what did I swear. Well, looks like we'll be crafting them. It's just... wonder where I put them all. Yeah, we'll just... all of our cobbles back there. So this is a super fast smelter array we're gonna build, and we were testing it yesterday, and we were able to get it to do, I think, like 23 stacks in about, like, I don't know, like 6-7 minutes, I think, something like that. It's quick. It's not using feed tapes like some people do on Bedrock. I think those look a little goofy, but I mean, they work. This one's a little bit more technical. But it's going to be really nice for bulk smelting. So restocking glass, terracotta, our bricks, and all of our smooth stone. Oops. So much work to do on this world. Alright, well, we'll craft some more. So let's get some cobblestone. Mossy. And let's just craft up some more. We're gonna need, like, 62. There's 56. There's 64. We'll take them. Okay, there we go. Navy Nexus has a Bedrock farm. What do you mean a Bedrock farm? Like just a farm that works on Bedrock? If so, what type? Okay, so let's go... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. A farm that generates Bedrock. Oh yeah, I saw the where they're using like stack snow to break Bedrock at the portal, the end frame portal. Yeah, I seen that. Might have to try that one of these days. Like, cause they're using them for you know, like wither cages. And typically, I'm not a fan of trapping wither. I mean, I think it should happen. I think the mechanic should be there. So I don't disagree with the mechanic. I just don't like exploiting it personally. But we might not have much of a choice. Okay, so where do we want to put these other ones? We're gonna have 1, 2, 3. So they're gonna be right here. Because the mechanic's there, so I don't know if it's been fixed, but I know they've been having an issue with the with withers escaping on Bedrock, like if you reload, and they're not very reliable at all. That's why haven't really seen many like tree farms using the mechanic. But I'm unsure. Is that the spacing I want here? I think so. Have to look more into it, but I did see that. That was clever. I know there's been a couple different ways of people doing it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's just involving like stacking snow from the ones I've been seeing. And there was a guy, I don't know if it was originally Silent Whisper, but he was working with a guy who was able to they just brought their own snow and stacked it onto a button. And then I think Navy Nexus just brought like the snowmen, and that was kind of interesting. And just let them do the work. Pretty neat though. Okay, so we have 17 there, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's what I want to do. Alright, Toad. That's alright, buddy. I know I can't be on lawn because I gotta go pick up family from the train station, but I want to at least try to get this done in the time I have. I was trying to get on earlier, but I haven't been feeling good today. So I'm just gonna see if I can get this done. So how many spaces do I want in between these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the way this guy is going to work is there's a lot of math. There's going to be a lot of math involved. It'll be a pretty technical, but it's not going to be a very complicated furnace array. But we're going for speed, but we also want efficiency. So what we're going to do is we're going to control when fuel is delivered. And then when it's delivered, they're going to use an adding machine to control when... Okay, so let me rephrase that. We're going to control when product is delivered, so I don't get the jargon wrong. Because then we're going to use an adding machine to determine when fuel should be delivered. And then our fuel can be adjusted, and then we could change the adding machine depending on what kind of fuel we have. What do we have? 3 in between. So like I got a decent amount of charcoal from the tree farm, so I'll start with that, and then we can control, you know, hey, one charcoal can burn 8 items. So then all we need to do is adjust our adding machine, which is going to be really easy to do. And then once we get a kelp farm going and other things going around here, then we could just change it. So that way we can control the timing of our refueling system. And then we'll have a locking mechanism, but the XP seems to be broken. We'll have some kind of locking mechanism, because we were testing it yesterday, and it's like we would lock even locking the furnaces, you'd pull the XP out, and we were only getting XP for like the first furnace. We were pulling stuff out of that, and beyond that we weren't really getting anything. So I'm not sure if that mechanic is working, or if it's just completely finicky like most things seem to be on Bedrock, or what. But that's going to need more testing, or at least more knowledge that I haven't gotten yet. So those are going to be all the furnaces right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dig down here. Got a shovel over here. This get over here so we can see what we're doing. But yeah, this is going to be our little factory. It's going to be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of decorating now, and I got a lot of decorating to do. We really haven't. I mean, we just got the warehouse put in, so we got a lot of work still to do around here. So let's get rid of all of this. I'm not playing with Starbucks right now. No, it's just not worth the hassle right now because I don't have a ton of time. We'll do that again another time. You have to build multi-layered bedrock. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know there's ways of doing it, but as far as I know, it's like nothing's perfect. I hear sometimes they just escape when you unload and reload, or like if you log out, log in. Either way, yes, trapping them in bedrock is certainly a thing. Do I know a creeper-only farm that works? Because I tried one and it didn't work, and I made so many buds and trapdoors it made me really mad. So I'm still working on a couple different ways to do it, but traditionally what folks are doing is I think what might be best, and I'm unsure until I could do more testing, would be to do more of a general mob farm and use the gunpowder from that. But what people are doing is they're putting fence posts down. What do I need here? I got everything I need. Guess how am I trying to say this? So the mob spawning is quite a bit different. And basically you've got 24 to 54 blocks away from the player, mobs will spawn in pretty much a sphere, but they don't really spawn, as far as I could tell, underneath you too much, nor behind you. So AFKing below seems to be the way to do it. There's a guy, what's his name? Slack Lizard is his name, who did some pretty good studies on it. And basically you have, not only do you have your 200 mob global cap, right, of all mobs, but you also have the, 6 cave mobs and 6 overworld mobs at a time that you could load in, right? So within your simulation distance. And so if you get any Like if you get 6 zombies in, then you can't get any other overworld mobs to spawn in until you kill them. So that's why the rates and everything are just very tough. And it's so important, as I always used to say on the reducing the spawn to death time, it's even more important now. So what kind of the traditional Bedrock mob farm I've been seeing people use is setting up a kind of like a grid of blocks. So basically what you want to do is you want to spread your spawning layer out. You know how we used to do that flushing style on the PlayStation, just like they do on Java, where you try to localize your spawning layers into like a single chunk and then lower that down into sub-chunk height as much as possible. Well, on Bedrock, the Y values and that stuff doesn't matter. So what people have been doing, and they'll make a grid like that, and they'll just repeat that over and over, and that's allowing your spiders to fall through, and they'll just repeat this 24 to 54 blocks away. So just figure out where your AFK spot is, and then just fill this damn thing with buttons. And then you can even put golems on the edge of it to bait them out. And so that's kind of what people have been doing. Leaving a hole that big is allowing the spiders to fall through quick. You don't necessarily need that, but it's going to help the spiders fall through faster. And so Y value doesn't matter like it did for us, where, you know, we would be better off with a few spawning layers on a way low down dispensers. So that's not the case here. What else was I gonna say about it? So yeah, it's all about just do everything you can to reduce that spawn to death time. I'm not playing with subs right now just because I don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm just going to try to get this build done, and then we could just talk, and then later on we'll do another one of those. Yeah, check out Silent Whisperers. Yeah, basically you have a couple choices. I know with his is kind of using the standard grid, right? But I think his doesn't have the 2x2 gap in the middle, which isn't necessary, but it will help with spiders. But if it's the video I'm thinking about, he elected to use Trident Killers to make it an XP farm, and that's fine too. You may elect instead to do, I mean, obviously you got a couple other choices. You could do Trident Killers if you wanted to do the XP and use like a looting sword. Or you could do, you know, fall damage to their death. That's always an option. Or you could use nether portals as another option. So it just kind of depends on your own needs. You know, portals are going to be the fastest. Fall damage will be the second fastest, and Trident Killers are going to be the slowest, but Trident Killers can give you XP and may make up for their speed because you're using a looting sword. It just kind of depends on how you build the farm. So there's a couple choices there. And it all just kind of depends on what you need and what you want to put the effort into building. But I'm trying to look into a few other designs that aren't what you would call a traditional mob farm on Bedrock. I just got to test them more, see if they're working. No, Trident Killers work. Maybe his were broken, but they certainly work. I've got one right now running my Blaze farm. It's just a 2x2 with 4 opposing pistons with observers charging them, and then redstone torches against those on the sides of the pistons for the observers to see. Just a clock. Okay, let's get some slabs. We've got all of our furnaces in. How are we doing on time here? 6 o'clock? Okay. If I can, like I said, I do have to pick up family from the train station. They went out of town for the day, and they need a ride. If I can afterwards, I'm going to try to get back on. We'll see how this all goes. What do I need? I need slabs. This filter system's working pretty good. I got my slices pretty much set up the way I want them. And this thing's working really well. As you can see, I can kind of categorize what I'm filtering here. And then I got items moving underneath to my shulker box loader. So far this is working pretty well. I need to build onto it, and well, one, I need to make it look good, but I need to build onto it and oh shoot, we need train and add a non-sorted room. There's always so much to be done. And I was spending some time earlier working on the iron farm just because I know a lot of people have been having a tough time with that, and I really do feel bad, even though I know a lot of it's out of my hand, but I do feel bad about it because it sucks, you know, the bugs. And there's always, as an instructor, there's always things that, you know, I want to make sure I get across real well, things that could be said better. So, I'm trying to reduce variables here. I've got another farm design I think is going to be easier and reduce problems. I just haven't tested enough to be happy with it. I've tested for a few hours, but I'm going to let that run tonight, and then we'll go from there. So I'm working on that. Certainly don't need the boat right now. We need more hoppers. Do I have more hoppers in here? I didn't ignore you, Epic. I answered you. I said not right now. I'm not going to be on very long, so I'm not going to mess with trying to add people and play with subs right now. We'll do that again another time. I'm just trying to get this done. And then we could just chat in the chat for now. Made his raid farm. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Raid farms on Bedrock seem to be really good because the spawns are very, very isolated. What am I doing? That doesn't go there. Hey, Black. Didn't see you come in, buddy. Gosh darn it. Place he's right. Yeah, I need to get the warehouse done, get all that finished. I need to get the iron farms installed over here. I need to get, well, then that means I need to get all villager stuff done over here. So I'll probably, I gotta look into, you know, trading halls and all that stuff over here and see if it's worth messing with restarting all that, or if I just want to bring the villagers I have over since they did keep their trades and their levels. Because I know they do level a lot slower on Bedrock. So I gotta decide on all that stuff. And, I gotta get that going over here so we can get a breeder and trading hall and all that set up here and in the nether. And that way I can get the iron farm going here in the next few days. I got a decent amount saved up from before, but I gotta get that going in the next few days. And then I'll probably get that slime farm going just because it's going. Because right now it's just a big ugly hole. And then we'll get some crop farms and everything put in. Okay. So there's that. Now let's let's get it there. Geez, we still need all the hoppers on the tops of these ones. So many hoppers for furnace arrays. I believe this quad core raid farm was broken. Yeah, I think there's a couple smaller YouTubers that might have some really solid designs that we're just gonna have to test with. I think the way to do it, instead of just taking their word for it, I think what I want to do is go to a tower, level it, and then just try to figure out, use like the command blocks and just kind of figure out where the spawn locations are. Because as far as I know, there's only like 2 to 4 spawn locations, period, on Bedrock. Like they don't really spawn away from the tower. But I'm not all that stuff I still need to test. Because then if you do that, then it's easy. If you can isolate the spawns, that makes everything a lot easier. No! Oh. 2 spaces. pushes the furnace around. I don't really want to. I know they got those. I'm going to go for something a little bit more, I guess, technical. Plus, also, I put so much time into designing this before the conversion, now I'm just stubborn. It works very well, it's very accurate. And, yeah, obviously it's more resource intensive, but I've got the resources. And it could be scaled. And this one's about speed. This one's fast. And it looks cool as hell. So, that's always important. Other than pistons pushing around furnaces, looks kind of weird. But hey, it works. I know we'll probably get the Guardian farm going pretty soon. We'll probably plan for a day, another sub day where we can all get together, work on the Guardian farm, and get that going. Because that's what I was planning on doing before the conversion. And now they're even easier to build, so we can get to work on that pretty soon. Okay. Get all this in, and let's see, so that needs to go there, so this is going to need to come out too. Do I have any normal card on me yet? Yes, I do. Hey, DV. Do you have a tutorial for this? I don't. If you guys like it, I could probably put up a tutorial here the next few days. Really hope we get this done here, and cause it's cool, man. It kind of draws its inspiration from Cub fans. That what he did on this season of Hermitcraft. It's kind of like that. But obviously it's scaled down a little bit, and I think it's just and we did some, like I said, we have an added machine helping with the efficiency, so it doesn't waste the fuel. I was planning on putting it out there in the perimeter with the tree farm. We're gonna have to rebuild that whole dang tree farm. But since I'm gonna be starting a bunch of branch mining here, I figured, well, we'll just put it here. And then that way, when I do my branch mining, I could just bring this stuff up here. Because I would do like I want to do a lot of brick work here. And then we're going to stock up on glass. And so it makes sense here. I think it's going to be nice having like a little industrial little factory here. That's what I really want to dedicate myself to this, I guess, this season, even though last season was so short, is to not only doing these cool builds, but I want to take the time and make sure the aesthetics look really nice. Let's put these here. Old guy has an insta-kill raid farm. There you go. Yeah, I can't get much faster than that, can you? Nope. Need some more track. These little foxes. Okay, and let's see. No, not there. Not there. There we go. 5. I'm gonna have to make some more. 4. Couple detectors. Oh. I assume Silent is he using like trident killers or anything? Like, does he get XP from it? Because there comes a point, it's like, what the hell are you gonna do with all those emeralds? Okay. Now let's throw we need a block here. Power that, and then let's throw a couple like here. Power these. I gotta grab some levers. Ah. 4,000. Oh, he's using try to kill us. Alright, so he can still get the XP. Yeah, 4,000 emeralds an hour. Okay, so those will power those. Alright, now, let's see. So we're going to have an unloading mechanism, and then off a timer. So let's see if we can get that stuff figured out real quick. Alright, so we can put this in. Got a couple pictures here. I just want to make sure we get this all right. Because the tough thing is, and what I kind of had to adjust switching over from to Bedrock is the timing, because the cart's so slow. You gotta adjust the timing, because if you have the cart turn and change directions too fast, he'll skip that hopper, because the hopper will still be on cooldown and he won't drop the items in it. So you have to have the right number of blocks. Let's see. Got a couple pictures of what I did here. Alright, 5. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And then we're gonna come down and go over 1, 2, 3 like this. And then we'll do the same way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of these for right now. What I was really upset about is I figured out my shifting floor still works for mobs to fall through after some testing with Wizard, but then realized the witch huts only have 1 spawning block. It's like, are you kidding me? Why do they even put that limitation in there? It seems so silly. But in there it is. So those are absolutely useless, pretty much. 1 spawning floor. Alright, now let's see, we got our detector rails here. And we want this to come up 1 more. Right here. And nope, not yet. That's not right. This needs to go out one more and then up. Like this. And then we're going to do that. I think that's how we're going to do this. Witch farms in general pretty much seem useless. Like you could use them, you could use one. It's just you have one spawning layer. So just obviously to maximize that one spawning layer, you want to use a portal, so you want to be loading the nether at the same time. But you're still only going to get, maybe 800, 900, maybe 1,000 drops an hour, compared to my old witch farm would get like 4,000, maybe 5,000 on the PlayStation. So, yeah, they're not useless. It's just they're certainly not great. Redstone is just going to be kind of tough in general for gathering. Okay, let's see what we need to do here. I guess we could just... Let's get some of our dirt here. Oops, let's throw that down. We'll climb up here. And we'll jump off. That's the thing we want to do. Okay, let's see here. Now we need this, that, and then get that back. That's gonna stop it. That's gonna go like this. So what we're gonna do is we will... So in order to control when this thing is sent off, we're gonna read from a chest with one item. Get a chest. Couldn't you trap them and build a cage? What are you talking about, witches? What happens if you put a... Well, you can't... Like, you can't put a portal on a... Because the portals are vertical. So, they have to gain some kind of horizontal momentum. So you either use water or you push them over or something. And then you just push them into a portal. That's if you want to, like, I guess that would be if you want to use a trident killer in looting. If you're just going for, which you'd probably want to do with the spawn rate being so poor, I suppose if you didn't necessarily care, you could just kill them with fall damage like the old witch farms would use, but then it's not really even worth it. So you would be best going with a trident killer, so that means it's going to take you time to kill them. So then that means you're going to want to certainly do all the killing in the nether. Okay, so that's where he's going to be loading. Like that. And let's see here. But yeah, I feel like I'm probably going to be doing a lot more mining on Bedrock overall. Luckily that witch farm I had was so good that I just saved up a whole bunch of drops. Alright, let's see. So we want to send a pulse off that, and then come up to here. Get the block right there. I think this is how I had it. Let's see. So that will go off the detector rail, charge that, charge the dust. I might make one or two of those pumpkins, or jack-o'-lanterns for the lighting. Figure that out once I know it's wired correctly. And then we need, let's see here. Get back up there. Get back up there. Set up a hopper clock here. Forget it. Reset there. That here. This one can go in. And we're gonna need right there. And then now we get these guys in. This is where I had to change this, so I could do 20 blocks on the PlayStation. Here it's going to take about 32. Because the minecarts move so much slower. There. Yeah, 1 box, 8. Then you could use portals to get to your farms quicker. Yeah, that's right. Just use portals. What engineering school did you go to? Ha, I didn't. I actually went to school for business. I got my MBA. In the military, we can talk more about it when I have more time. But in the military, I taught. I was in special operations, and I taught survival for a while, and then I taught resistance training, like interrogation stuff. It's a lot of fun. Got to do a lot of crazy shit. So that is. So I'm getting kind of low on time, guys, and I'm sorry. Just because I do have to go to a train station. I'm going to try to get back on, and I really wanted to get more of this done. But what I could do is I could take you guys into the flat world so you can look at it and at least see what it looks like. Or what the final product's going to be. I could show it off a little bit. Right now you're just seeing me place blocks. Like we're playing Minecraft or something. Huge fan of engineering though, so if any of you guys are engineers, I'm a huge fan of engineering. I just like learning stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely into engineering. What sports do I like? Oops. I don't follow a lot of sports on TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. I mean, I don't follow a lot of sports. I mean, I do like them. Let's see. It would probably surprise you, but probably my favorite sport, if you could call it that, would be fishing. I'm a big competitive fisherman. I like watching football, obviously. I don't know. I like a lot of sports, but I don't follow them very much. I'll say that. Okay, so here's what we're building. Looks like we kind of had that part figured out, right? Yeah, we had that going well. We needed to add this stopper. Okay, so let's test this baby out real quick so we can take a look at it. Let's see. Where's the good old-fashioned stone at? Here we go. So let's do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's do 21 stacks. So basically the idea here is all about timing, right? So by having 31 hoppers, because we're doing signal strength of 1, it's going to take signal strength of 2 to release the cart, which is a stack of 64 and a stack of 60, so 124. So it's got to, for 2 runs, it empties out along here. And 2 runs, to start, I'm probably going to use charcoal because I have quite a bit saved up from the tree farm. So that would mean that needs to go every 4 times, the refueling cart. So when this thing goes down, it hits this detector, which counts on this clock that's buried down here. It counts 1 on this clock down here by shooting an item over. See, this is already at 2. And then it comes back and then hits it again. And then when it counts to 4, it's going to release that cart, which is going to be our refueler. But anyway, when we started the build on PlayStation, I had a 50-50 item splitter that Il Mango made, which would perfectly split items between to go to here and here. But I didn't like it because it was too slow. Well, I liked it, but it was just too slow for this application. So this is what we came up with yesterday. This thing's cool. So check this out. You walk up to here. You take your items. And you throw them all like this. All of them. So now we got that. And then we're going to push this. And they're going to get pushed back and forth. They'll come back up, see that? And they're going to keep doing that till they all get picked up underneath here by minecarts. So they're getting picked up in full stacks. Oh, let's get this smooth stone out. We don't need that in there. We're trying to do a nice test. So, and we tried to do double speed. We had a couple of minecarts glitched in there. This is what Dakota was helping me with, but it was just too finicky. It was too finicky. It wasn't reliable. Like, we were glitching carts in like that, but it wasn't consistent. So this is just looks really cool, man. It just, you gotta have the cool factor when you're building something. And that's just going to keep spitting it back and forth until the minecarts are empty. And then if we watch these guys... Oh, there they go. They've both filled up and they're off to the races. They add to the counters. So they should send their refueler. At least we know this one's going to send its refueler now. It hits its counter. Right there, the refueler releases. We already heard some parts. What happens down here, there comes some more items, is down here we're going to take a reading from the hopper. So when an item's done, it's going to shoot a signal over here, which it just did, to there, and it's going to charge all the dispensers and shoot the items. So none of them stay in the dispenser. And then we'll just have a collection system. Still got a couple parts right there. We'll have a collection system here. And then we'll just stand here, and I think every time it goes, you get like a stack or 2 stacks or something. Yeah, exactly. It was completely inspired by his. We just changed it around to make it a little bit more precise. Absolutely. This up here was inspired by the design they had. That was just such a cool way to do it. So that's what we did. Hey, McKnight, can I catch you later a little bit? I'm streaming. Alright, we'll talk to you later, brother. So, yeah. But yeah, I saw his, I was like, that's the way to do it. Instead of doing this, we try to do a fancy splitter. And then what we'll do is we'll have, we'll energize these. Well, we tried this yesterday. We tried to energize and block all these hoppers and pull the item out, but we've got like XP from maybe the first furnace, and after that it just didn't do anything. So that's going to be what we're building. Can you use this to harvest? Yeah, we'll eventually hook this up to a kelp farm, and then what we'll do is we'll change the clock here, or this adding machine, because right now it's 4, because it goes along the path twice. So that means every time it drops 8 items, this will move over once, or all 4 of these will move to the hopper, and it's going to send the refueler. So that's 8 to 1, so that's perfect for charcoal. So when we're going to do kelp blocks, we'll put 10 items in here, so it does 21. 21. And then it'll send the refueler over. So that's what we'll do. Explain the hate for zero tick farms. I don't hate them. I guess that's a strong word, but I know what you're saying, and it's mostly just and most people who've seen them in action, it's very hard to say some of them aren't just a little bit cheaty. Like, I just don't like how in the first hour on a server I could have all the basic farming ingredients I need for the rest of the server. It just kind of takes the fun out of it for me. You know, like I could put up a sugarcane farm and get like 20-30,000 sugarcane an hour. So why even build the damn farm? You only need to run it for an hour. So I get how people like them. You know, I understand the attraction to them. But it's just, you know, I also like to build. I like to see things grow. I like flying machine farms and cool farms. And my attention span's also limited enough that if I built a farm like that and then I had all the supplies I need, then it wouldn't be enjoyable. It'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm done with that. And it wouldn't press me to try to do other kind of farms better. So I just don't like them. I don't like the zero tick. I don't like the shaky sand. It's just no one can really deny it. If you see those things work, you can't be like, yeah, that's meant to happen. That's a game mechanic, and it's not a little bit cheaty, because it is. That's just my personal thoughts. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Here comes all of our items. Well, let's see. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys real quick, these are still coming in. Let's just back out of here. So I do have to run. I enjoy the struggle. Yeah, I mean, I just like playing. I don't mind grinding games, you know, as long as there's a light at the end. I don't like MMO kind of grinding games, but you know, I like survival games and Ark and those kind of games where I'm gathering stuff and doing things. It's technically RNG manipulation. Yeah, it is. It is. You know, it's taking advantage of the random ticks. Will you start using TNT dupers? No, we have infinite worlds, nearly unlimited. Well, TNT dupers don't really work, but we can do dispenser flying machines. So this is going to be the updated design. I still have some testing, but I wanted to show you guys as kind of a thank you for tuning into the live stream. This will be the updated design. I still have some more testing, so some things might change, but I was just able to make it cheaper. Someone on the video gave me a good feedback. So it's the same basic iron farm that I showed before. Up here, I'm just trapping the water here with signs and a door. So if you're still building yours, this works well. I think these are like 26 by 26-ish. And then down here, I put the lava blade underneath, saves in all the hoppers. And this is the same thing here. It's just, you can't use a you got to use a trapdoor here. You can't use a gate, you know, or else it'll catch fire there. That lava is suspended up here. I got a little fence in the middle so your cats can come down here. I let the cats come in first, and then I put the lava in. You know, it's working. I haven't been testing for very long, but I need to let it run overnight. Probably build a couple more and just see how it's working. It's definitely easier than the other one. It's less resource intensive, so expect that coming up once I test a little bit more. And one thing I really want to get across, so if you are still building these, that I should have paid more attention to last time. You know, as a technical builder, we're always like, all right, what's the minimum? What do you need? And go by that. But you know, so we need 21 beds. But that doesn't mean you can't do more. Like some people are like, well, you know, I can only get 4 cats. I can only get 3 cats. And I should have said it before. I just didn't think about it at the time. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with putting more beds in. There's not a damn thing wrong with it. The only thing you have to be concerned about is as you add more beds, is your spawning layer big enough? So, you know, if you're having issues on your farm, throw a few more beds in or something like that. But I think this will probably be a nice upgraded design, a little bit cheaper, a little bit easier. And I would expect that as I do a little bit more testing. The farms, where the hell is it all? Somewhere over here. There it is. Damn it, I really do have to go. So here is... I know we were talking about this earlier, so here's kind of like a standard design of a mob farm. I don't really have... yeah, but you would do... glass would be too thick. Those are my top secret testing I'm doing. So, I'm working on that stuff, guys. There's a lot of stuff to be worked on. Whole lot of stuff to be worked on. Your AFK mining farm was awesome. Yeah, and that's something I want to revisit now that we have honey blocks. Those can get a ton better. We'll just see about how the flying machines work. Yeah, I think obviously I think most all of the iron farm problems are typically user generated. You know, I don't want to say people are too stupid to make an iron farm. It's just, it's very simple to mess up. You know, it's very easy to mess up. But I do think most of the problems are user generated because it's not a complicated farm. It's literally just 2 platforms and some villagers and some beds. But, you know, if you don't do things in the right order, you know, if your villagers just happen to find a battle on the way, shit like that, that's where it all messes up, and it's frustrating. So I definitely get it, where people are having issues. But with that, guys, I do have to go. So I'm gonna try to get back on later. I gotta go pick people up and go out to eat, and so we'll go from there because we need to finish that furnace array. So other than that, guys, have a fantastic night. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry it was so short. I wasn't feeling good today, or else I would have been on earlier. I'll catch you all guys next time. So thanks for tuning in. This is Trav. Bye for now.